Welcome back to Startup Street. What, or should I say, who does it take to bring India's two biggest food delivery aggregators, Swiggy and Zomato, together? Well, it's restaurant tech startup Urban Piper that claims it is empowering the restaurant industry through smarter technology. To tell us how, joining me now is its president, Ashish Saxena. Ashish, welcome to Startup Street. Now, during and post-COVID, if there's one industry that has continued to see exponential growth, it's the food delivery industry. But a Swiggy or a Zomato will work efficiently only when restaurants they deliver from are also able to enable a smooth experience. So Ashish, tell us, how are you helping restaurants offer a smooth experience? What are the pain points restaurants face today in this world where people eat out less and order in more?
Yeah. Hi, Shruti. Good to see you again. And as delivery has become a part and parcel of our lives, the job of the restaurant operator has become more difficult. Because earlier the customer walks in, they're able to take the order goes to kitchen and it's sent to the table. Here you don't see the customer, and the orders are coming in not from just one customer who's in front of you, but through a tablet or a web page which is completely opaque. So that is where we come in, and we basically bring in an omni-channel order management system which can aggregate orders across all your digital storefronts. So Zomato, Swiggy, you could be having your own website, and in our global markets, there are multiple delivery platforms that operate. So we aggregate all the orders into a single pipe, which can be displayed on the POS that the restaurant is using, and that makes life so much more convenient for the restaurant operator to just accept the order from a single interface, and not just that, also manage the entire menu and stock items from that interface.
Absolutely. Ashish, in India alone, Urban Piper processes around 8 lakh food delivery orders daily, accounting for over 20% of all online orders in the country. So if you could take us through your tech edge, what kind of efficiency does your technology bring to your clients?
Yeah, and that's with a 99.9% uptime. So we make sure that these orders land almost 100% to our customers.
Okay.
So like I mentioned, I think not just a very reliable and stable system, because that's very important, right? Having run restaurants myself, I know how thin the margins are in the restaurant business. And the industry keeps talking of the high commissions that they have to pay to the platforms. So if there is any failure on the technology, that means that the day's profit or even the month's profit just could get wiped away. So we understand that, and we make sure that we are hosted on AWS. We have multiple load balancing and redundancy measures built in so that the restaurant operations keep on running and they keep receiving the orders. And like I mentioned earlier, right, just having one interface to deal with makes life so much more simple for the restaurateur.
Yes. Ashish, with over 750 million orders processed globally, you complete the Ordermark merger. You're now aiming for 10x market growth and targeting an increase from 5,000 to 50,000 restaurants in the US by 2027. What makes you bullish, and how has the merger worked out for you? What kind of demand are you seeing in Canada and the US?
So just to give some numbers, right, I think in India, Swiggy and Zomato both have about 2 lakh or 200,000 listed restaurants. The comparable number in the US is about 600 to 700,000. And the order value, which is very important from an economics perspective, in India is about 400 to 450. That's about $5 to $6. In the US, that's upwards of $30. So you're looking at a TAM, which is, 8 to 10x from where India is. And we are confident because we've been able to build a solution with the complexity of the Indian market, and now we are taking it to the US, right?
Okay, yes.
And anything that's made in India is made for complexity, right? We have a lot of, innovations that happen in India, which are not even heard of in the West. And that gives us the confidence. And when we acquired Ordermark, we got a base of restaurants. We reached out to them. We understood what they wanted. A lot of the features that they wanted were already there in our platform. So we've just repurposed our platform. We made a lot of new announcements. We've integrated with the platforms there like DoorDash, Uber Eats, Grubhub. And hence we are now ready to launch our platform there.
All right. You currently support over 45,000 restaurants across 30 plus countries. Ashish, take us through the current business growth numbers. What is the top line looking like?
So we are in 30 countries. We've grown almost 7x in the last 3 years, and that includes the Ordermark acquisition. So it's both organic and inorganic. But our key regions, India continues to grow at about 20-30% annually, even though it's a very mature market. We keep getting new customers. Our existing customer base, all the major QSR chains are growing year on year, so that gives us a growth by default. And then we are present in the Middle East, so Dubai, Riyadh, very, very good, food-heavy markets.
Yeah.
We've been able to establish great names there, working there. So that's grown at least 4x in the last 2 years for us. And then there's UK and Ireland and the US. So overall, I think just US 10x growth is an ambitious target. I won't be,
Correct.
a fool to say that it's an easy target. I think it's a very ambitious target, but I have the full faith in our team to be able to deliver that.
All right. Ashish, tell us, what new trends are you seeing emerge in the industry with evolving consumer needs and preferences? What are restaurants asking you for help with? Can you take us through some of the recent trends you're seeing emerge?
I think two key trends that I'd like to talk about. When we have when a restaurateur has a physical store, as a restaurateur, I used to be very particular that the frontage needs to be very clean, shiny. When there's a host greeting a guest when walk in, and that's half the experience. In digital storefronts, that's not possible. So what's the equivalent? Your menu needs to be perfect. Your images, your descriptions, your top selling items need to be on top, and all of that. So our tools, we're seeing a lot of focus on making sure that the health of these storefronts is as spick and span as the store, as a physical offline store front. And we're building a lot of tools to enable that, where you can see across multiple stores, which are the stores that are online, how's the menu health, are all the items that need to be there available or not. The second trend is what Uber started with ride sharing, is surge pricing, right? We haven't seen that happen so much in India yet, but it's already started in the West, and we have building tools for enabling that. So dynamic pricing. So if at peak dinner time, if the restaurant is full and it's not able to cater to orders, why not increase the price and see if the consumer is willing to pay a little extra at that time? And every single penny that goes into a restaurant improves the profitability. So that's what the restaurateurs are looking for at this time.
All right. Great insights there, Ashish. With that, I'll have to wrap up our conversation. But many thanks for joining us on Startup Street today, and wish you the very best for your 10x target.
Thank you so much, Shruti. Thank you for having me.
Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Startup Street. More news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.